Sometimes things that need to work together not going to be in order the way you want it to be. You know, I'm speaking to the perfectionists. Hey, Minister Maury, my sister. Yeah, I'm talking to the perfectionists. Sometimes it's not going to go in order the way you think it should go. Sometimes it got to go out of order so it can be in order. So we got to rearrange some things because we got somewhere to go. Thank you, Minister. The power of we got somewhere to go. So we got to rearrange. What I say, restart and refocus. Don't get off focus. No matter what come, no matter what go, don't get off focus. But when you do, the power of you can refocus. So you don't miss where you're headed. Oh yeah, we're talking about eradicating poverty in the family. Because we can't eradicate nothing if we ain't got it together. We can't eradicate nothing if we don't refocus. If we don't restart, if we don't rearrange some things that's not working out in our favor, if we don't want to change, capital C-H-A-N-G-E, change. See, re and change go together. Because you're going to have to change something to re. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Change, restart, you got to make a change. Rearrange, you changing some things. Refocus, you got to change. You got to be pliable. You got to be teachable. You got to switch. You got to shift. Whatever it is that you got to do so you can know the power of re. Sometimes, before you can restart, you got to rethink. You got to rethink. Think it over. Let me rethink this. Let me ponder over this. So it makes sense. To make sure I'm hearing this right. To make sure I put it in the right order. To make sure I started at the right time. To make sure I connect with the right people. Let me rethink this. And once we rethink, then we can resolve. I'm telling you, this thing working, y'all. I may be a little bit under the weather, but this working. This re is powerful. Because once you rethink, you can resolve. Woo! You can resolve an issue or a problem. Where there's a gap, you can fill the gap. Whatever ain't looking right, you can resolve an issue. Where you saying, okay, the money it's not adding up over there. Because you rethought it. Oh, I remember. I used my card at the Office Depot. And it just went through my bank. Oh, I forgot. So you got to rethink so you can resolve whatever issue it is, whether it's money, whether it's relocating, whether it's having to communicate with somebody, whatever the case is, you rethink it so you're not all over the place, and then you can resolve the issue. Come on, y'all. So once you rethink it and you resolve it, now you can rebuild. Now you can rebuild. Now you can rebuild. Because you didn't okay, I thought about it. I resolved the problem. Now I can start to rebuild. We're talking about the power of re. And we started out with enduring. Because I'm enduring on tonight. I don't know how much longer I can be right here, but I'm enduring until I need to stop. Y'all praying? So sometimes, even after we rethink a thing, we resolve a thing, and we rebuild. Sometimes, even when we rebuild, we still got to go back and revamp. The power of re. Sometimes even after you rebuild a thing, it still ain't what it needs to be. So you got to go back and revamp. Look over it again. Either it's too long, it's too short, it's too wide. Revamp. It does not mean every time, we talked about restarting, but it does not mean every time you got to restart. Sometimes it just means you need to go back to the drawing board and revamp. Everything is not always a restart, that you got to always start over. But sometimes after you rethink, resolve, you may just need to revamp, revisit. And once you revamp, you revisit, you resolve, guess what you can do now? Now you can relaunch. You can relaunch. Relaunch. The power in re. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do a do-over, that you can't restart, that you can't rebuild, that you can't go back and rethink, that you can't go back and relearn. Don't ever let nobody tell you that, no matter how old you are, no matter what you've been through. You may need to learn how to relearn how to be a wife, or relearn how to be a husband, or relearn how to start back. Like, I'm a school bus driver, but I haven't drove a school bus in about a year. I got to relearn some things. Relearn and unlearn. The power of re. And once we revamp, rethink, resolve, now we can restore. Now we can restore. Because we didn't did the relaunch. Now it's time to restore all that was taken, all that was damaged, all that was misunderstood. Because now we didn't restart it, we didn't relearn, we didn't rethought, we didn't reset, we didn't refocus, we didn't rebuild and realize, hold up, something missing, so we revamped and then we relaunched, and now we can restore. Because now we know how to restore. We know we have strategy now. Because we re-looked at the plan. We revisited. We rewrote it. Sometimes you got to rewrite. Refocus, rewrite the plan. Because sometimes the plan changes. Sometimes the strategy changes. Re-strategize. Sometimes you got to re-strategize. Sometimes that old plan ain't working anymore. So if you don't get anything else out of tonight, understand the power of re. You can redo. Oh, yes, you can. Now, some things you can't redo, but majority of things you can redo. You know, some of y'all know I sew. And in the beginning of my sewing, I didn't know I could redo. I didn't know anything about a seam ripper. Well, I did, but I really didn't know how to use it. And so I was like, oh, I was wasting fabric. But all I had to do was use my seam ripper and re-sew. Duh. That's it. I sew. And sometimes the thread, the bobbin is acting crazy and the thread gets jammed in. You know, in the beginning, I'm like, oh my God, my sewing machine.